like blow up the palace with a giant worm monster, and we start fighting, right? And then he has like a really nice bonding moment with Vincent, and they're like hugging, and then he's like, "Fuck you, actually. I will always be bad," and like stab you, and also reveal our family is like the real fucking royalty, right? We're the actual like royal family of Meridian. Fuck Nisa's family, am I right? And then we kill him. He's fucking dead. But the world is like kind of like doing weird shit. There's like a crystal thing at like the center of the planet, and it's like going crazy. And that's where we're headed.
Laura should always explain what happened last time.
Hey,
That was
well,
so
right.
concise. It was so concise and together.
You
Like
just
I
got that
actually
shit
saw
down.
that in my mind's eye. That was
That
so
was
good.
beautiful. Like
That's all I remember.
That's all you needed to remember. You got what we needed.
Good
I'm a
job.
woman of few words.
Okay.
Sure.
Also, if everyone would like to join the YouTube watch together so that we can have some vibe-setting music to go along with the session.
I'm vibing and setting my music.
Also, is Char about to be a secret character or join the campaign? Char, what are you doing here? You already played Twilight Imperium.
Hi,
What
partner,
is-
I'm
Explain
hanging out.
yourself.
He
Explain
wants
yourself.
to listen
Man,
in. He wants to
fuck.
hear like about our interesting, cool characters. He doesn't know the
Okay,
lore.
great.
Sitting in with
He
us.
knows the
This
lore.
is true.
He knows the lore.
We have a whole
Yeah.
wiki page.
I know the old lore.
You know the old Kanye?
Maybe from the Go lore.
Wait,
The way
did you
he
play
said
this
that
other
means
campaign?
he probably
Wait, did you actually play
Yep.
Twilight Imperium, Mark?
he was the other party.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Also,
That's what I was
have
asking. I
so
was
many
like, hey,
questions. I
guy
wanna
who
know
knows
what happened on
everything.
so many other places.
I
wait,
happened
I have a
last year.
secret. I have a secret. Hold
Well,
A
What?
secret.
No, let's get started.
on. No,
Fuck
it's
your
a secret
secrets.
for Char.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
So-
there you go.
Dreamcatchers.
Wait. Go on.
Plunging
Sorry.
into a silvery blue aurora. You find yourselves drifting around each other in a whirlpool of phantasmagoric memories, dreams, thoughts, pools of silver, black and blue, swish and swirl around you. Voices trail in each. Dreams, thoughts. Fine. I'll come aboard and bring along all my hopes and dreams. A salubrious, luscious economy. A flourishing city. That's all I've ever wanted. Welcome back, kid. You got my money. Heaven and the stars. That's what we'll make. What? You want takesies backsies? Sorry, kid. You lost. Shouldn't have bet your precious ship. You care a lot about her. Having family to look after. I get it. I just want peace. These are my people. I fight for them. A pet project, huh? Sure, I'll help. You watch as your bodies elevate, as if swept away in a geyser. You see space. Layers of reality beginning to fold in on each other. You see the planets and moons with strange threads piercing through them. Threads of green, almost pixelated matter. In my search for meaninglessness, for sanity, I have come to admire you, Nervictos. Everyone expects me to have magic. That's what makes me an Avashi, right? You better figure out which side you're on when the time comes, brother. I am not your friend. The relationship between us is transactional. Trust the Empire less than ever now. I did, I must admit, always see you as a son Dreamcatchers. We're going to go back in time a bit. You step outside of the door to the dean's office. You see ahead of you a swirling mass of monsters. Horrible, horrible monsters ascending to the sky, spreading off in all directions in the distance. You see lasers, swords, magical bolts of power flying off in all directions. You hear screaming, cries of war and terror. You see people hopping across the rooftops, coming to aid. You see knights administering medical help and healing powers to others. You see from this meteorite that has been embedded in the lake of Avashi Academy ever since you all arrived, countless creatures of eldritch proportion, dragons with tentacles covering their faces, strange giant scaled beasts, worms with skulls for heads, weird hydras poking their heads out of wormholes, flying fish, shades, people that seem to look possessed by weird astral spirits, all flying out in countless directions, engaging in combat with the entirety of Meridian's defenses and then some. Guards, the Silver Soul, Lunarian tribe leaders that had come for the ceremonies, teachers, even students, Ari and Copernicus off in the distance, and a few others, all locked into combat. Queen Elavrian Avashi stands before all of you. Again, just like the end of last session, turning back to you, Dreamcatchers. Please, I need your help one more time. I can carve a path for you. Just please, go to that lake and dive. My child, you will find the heart of Meridian there. Do you accept?
Wordlessly nodding. Looking at Vincent.
He did just say BRB, but I imagine that he will partake. As for the rest of you, do you?
Yeah, Ace just looks at Vincent and just like nods. And like for once doesn't actually say anything, just understands that this is a moment that doesn't require anything to be said. It requires action at this point.
Okay. As all of you wordlessly run forward and spring into action, you see, kind of running through the training grounds, past the ballroom, past the courtyard, it hits a strange, uncanny point where you had crossed places once rife with tourism and prospective students studying and practicing, all abandoned and left. And then all of a sudden, it is strife and chaos as you run forward and you see a multitude of what look to be familiar students, people who attended Ari's lecture, people who were with you, Aestus and Cassio, on the training fields, off to the sides, all engaging in battle with strange flumps and winged creatures that are speckled with starlight and darkness. As you run further forward, Vincent, you run past your old friend Mary Fitzroy, engaging in combat with some sort of elemental, slinging spells. Nisa, you run past a couple of leaders of Lunarian tribes of the Amalthea and Io and Ganymede clans. A promise is lived up to, as kind of running side by side with Nisa, Queen Elavrian once again transforms into her light elemental state, slinging powerful 7th and 8th level spells that push these creatures to the side, getting further and further into the thick of it. You pass Vincent, familiar Silver Soul members wearing stylish garb with silver scarves or capes and blades. As you run up, you see Ari locked into a 1v1 with some sort of strange, enormous scaled creature, as she smashes it to the side with an enormous jet black sword with gears built into it. As she turns back and goes, Queen, I hope you don't mind, but I figured that this, well, I didn't want to just stand to the side. As Queen Elavrian goes, my pride and my ability to protect this nation and it to protect itself is not what matters right now. Please continue. As you run past her and you get to the edge of this lake, you see ahead of you, towering like a skyscraper, this weird calcified meteorite made of a pinkish, whitish bone. Cracking at the seams, creatures bursting and flying out of it. At the edges you see of this shore, this lake line that has a similar appearance to the ocean. Almost this swirling mass of black, purple, and silver ink with speckled starlight amidst it. Dreamcatcher's Queen Elavrian looks to you and nods. This is your destination. Do you enter the water?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Ah,
All as a unit, side by side, you run forward into the water. Some of you running in, some of you diving in, as this mixture of warmth and cold, impossible temperature differences in the same viscosity, overtakes you. And it feels like it is entering not quite your nostrils or your lungs, but still somehow some permeating part of yourself that it goes through and flows into nevertheless. You're not sure if you should breathe or not. But as you all hop in, this swirling mass, this whirlpool I mentioned earlier, of white, of blue, of silver, overtakes you. It bursts. You feel as if when suddenly you were flying downwards, sinking, you're suddenly jettisoned up as if by a geyser. You look around you, and you see, barely sensible with how much you're being whipped around, as if something was wrong. As if the very water that you just jumped into exploded and turned into a massive upside waterfall. You look up and you see the planets and stars above, the moons. You see the phlogiston begin to shift, as if reality is folding in on itself. How this is happening, you are not sure. You may think whatever of it. Greeble. In the 1 year you have spent in your dimension, the space surrounding you has suffered occasional fluctuations, but none of this caliber. As you hear Zagan say, "Boss, buddy, something is very wrong. I don't know how, but it's coming to us." As Eden says, "These ruptures, I can't pinpoint a location. I can certainly try, but," as Army goes, "You privates need to focus up and lock in. Find the pinpoint of that location, and we're going to investigate it ourselves. You said it yourself, Zagan. If reality is coming to us, then that'll make it a lot easier to find." As Barbatos goes, "Then may it happen in time. Who knows if we can reverse whatever this is. Greeble, do you have any ideas what this may be?" As Eden goes, "It's very possible that this could have to do with the wishes, or the engine."
Look, we've held it together this long, I'm not going to let it fall now. Everyone, prepare yourselves and get ready for a fight.
All four of them at the same time say, affirmative. Greeble, you watch as the space ahead of you, this matrix-like digital matter, has been unraveling. That wave of gold and silver, almost ink, that swept through about 2 weeks ago. A similar, but more unstable blot appears as Eden goes, got it! It's rooted to... What? Greeble, the sword! The other side! As Army goes, excellent work, Private! You heard her! We need to go!
Alright,
As
everybody behind me.
affirmative. As the five of you head to a familiar location. 1 year ago, you engaged in battle on the great sword of Damocles that dangled over all of reality. There was another side to it that you had not seen before. As initially you had climbed up to the pommel where the dark spark was kept, you now go to the tip of the blade, in which you see that it has been embedded into a terrain, like a sword embedded in a tree trunk, except this tree extends higher and higher, more than just a trunk. Think almost like the Erd tree from Elden Ring, where it is this glowing, not gold but silver mass that sprawls out and branches in innumerable directions, farther than the eye can see. You see each strand, almost like veins, has these blue pulses running through it. It is translucent, particularly at the trunk. Dreamcatchers. As you jump into this water that is supposed to take you to the heart of Meridian, you see this very same tree off in the distance, but it is whipping around from your perspective at all angles in this swirling mass of silver liquid. It is impossible to lock eyes on it once but every few moments. You see these strange strands of matter intertwining with the whirlpools you are in. This strange, almost green digital matter, kind of like the codes from the Matrix. This matter looks familiar to a couple of you. To you, Nisa, who very faintly saw these threads kind of woven through the river of souls in which you floated when you were dead. And to you, Ozzy and Irenicus, who on Twilight attempted to identify an object partially made of such similar matter, one from which a cyber elemental jumped out and attacked you guys. It was the scroll that you bear, if you remember that. It's been a while.
I do.
Excellent. Dreamcatchers, as you are being whisked through this torrent, Ziggy and Cassio, I'll say the two of you notice first. You see a shape flying through, similarly trying to get its bearings, with a bit more grace and control, but still struggling. It is massive and draconic in shape, but rather than scales, it bears white and almost seafoam colored fur, with enormous moth-like wings, as they seem to also notice you, and begin kind of shifting the weight of their wings and weighting their arms and legs in your direction, seemingly not with hostile intent. Do you let it come to
Seemingly.
you?
I'm gonna point it out to everyone, but yeah, I'm gonna let it come to me.
through these whipping whirlpools, the rest of you can just barely make out Ziggy's voice as you two see this draconic form kind of fly, or I guess more so swim, to you guys, as you hear a voice go, "Hold on! I'm trying to..." And you're watching as occasionally getting interrupted by the waves. This dragon is attempting to cast some sort of spell or incantation, as after a second, leaving all of you kind of occasionally like in places soaked and pockmarked with this mercurial liquid, a space is finally cleared for you. You look up and you see that you have found yourselves on grassy terrain with pink flowers and lily pads, almost frozen in time, blown by no wind or pressure. You see ahead of you that very same tree that I mentioned earlier. Nisa, you can reason that this is the Calcifite Grove. As this dragon kind of sets down, shakes herself off a bit next to all of you, and goes, "Are you alright?" Looks up. "There's not much time." As you look above and you see almost two skies overlapped on one another. One of deep purple and blackness pockmarked with stars and dots. You see countless portals open of various colors, well springs, and rivers that lead to them. I want Nisa, Ziggy, and Vincent to roll me Arcana checks, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Arcana.
So welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, did it go through? Perfect.
I will say, Vincent, kind of taking a hold of the situation. This, at least one of these two overlapped skies, these wellsprings and portals of various color, looking almost like a sea distorted and inverse to you, in the sky instead of underneath. This is, from what you've heard, what the astral plane looks like.
This is beyond the descriptions. This is beautiful.
As this dragon in front of you goes, Have you not been here before? Oh, I am sorry. You must be confused. But there is not much time. I'm the keeper of the Calcifite Grove. You, looking to, Nisa.
What do we need to
Are
do?
you?
Am I...
She looks up again. I'm not sure. Somehow, our reality, something is falling upon it. I don't know what it is. I apologize for not understanding, but Greeble, it is around at this time that you arrived to the tip of this sword, and there is a veil that you see. A veil of this almost silvery matter that looks kind of like a translucent curtain. It is currently ripping and tearing apart. On the other end, you hear voices.
Is this the source right here, Army?
Army just goes, as Eden goes, "Yes, it is. Somehow, well, this is all I was able to triangulate at least. But this is happening in countless other places. If we don't act fast..." And Army goes, "Alright, I've heard enough. We're crossing through."
Alright, let's go. I'm ready.
As the 5 of you step ahead, I will say, Greeble, you notice that the 3 cores embedded into your companions catch some light to them, almost as if responding to stepping back into reality. Dreamcatchers, as Eris, the tender of the calcifite tree, is finishing up this explanation to you, you watch as 5 figures all of a sudden just kind of fall from a ceiling that wasn't there before. A thin, tearing veil that rips open, and you see this whirlpool of green digital matter as all of them just immediately collapse and fall on the ground. Greeble, would you like to describe yourself and or just send your character art to the art channel?
Yeah, I will do both.
Oh, yeah.
So, in front of you, you see a small kobold. He's dark blue on most of his body, but on a couple parts, he appears to have some metallic silver scale or splotches kind of taking over. If you look at his left hand, he has what looks like some sort of emitter with a ethereal dark blue hand floating out in front of it.
Excellent.
At this point, Jordan, am I able to recognize that I'm in the astral plane?
I will say yes. Especially considering that you have been here before and seen that very same sky, that upside down sea with those same portals. Yes, this is very familiar to you.
As I step through the veil, I'm going to kind of look around and be like, well, I didn't expect to be back here anytime soon.
Dreamcatchers, as this kobold gets up, you see 4 constructs kind of also start one by one getting up around him. One being this larger white-shelled figure with hulking arms. This other smaller, sleeker build of a similar design that kind of floats with like jet-powered engines. A third that looks almost like a polished white, almost think like Eve from Wall-E. Whereas this floating figure with arms that kind of float and hover nearby. And a 4th small bronze, almost like army soldier figure looking type. As one by one they get up, and the Eve from Wall-E looking figure, Greeble, this being Eden, goes, yes, but how did we get here?
Well, it seems like something's distorting the line between the astral plane and cyberspace. The only question is, who is it and if they're anywhere around here?
As the dragon turns around, you kind of recognize, kind of taking hold of all of this now, Greeble. This dragon goes, cyberspace. So that is the name of the reality that is colliding with our own?
Oh. I would guess that's what's happening. I don't know. We've been so busy maintaining and upholding cyberspace. I've been seeing these ripples forming in the last few weeks, and it's been getting worse and worse. Yeah, do you guys know who's causing this?
This is a lot to process.
Yeah.
Does anyone know how we stop this shit, though? No. No. I don't know.
Greeble, if I may, Eden goes again. I think we could possibly figure something out. Although I don't think we can do it alone. As Barbie-Toes goes, I think I understand what Eden is getting at. We still possess the cores and they seem to be functional, yes?
Right.
Well, Alto learned that these cores were able to, what, rewrite reality? However, this was decided by all of them. Them being you and your friends, of course, Greeble, to not be an option But there is an alternative. Maybe we can use them to hold reality together? Or at least put out enough energy to. I like the way you think, Private. The little bronze kind of army soldier shaped figure goes.
I mean, guys, we've been, barely holding cyberspace together. What makes you think we can hold another reality intact?
Because we are not alone this time.
Well, who's to say they aren't the ones causing this? He tucks his hand over his mouth, like talking to them, trying to, say it away from everybody, but still says it too loud to where everybody hears it.
I assure you, we are not the cause of this, and are just as confused as you are, but also just as willing to fix it.
Well, who exactly are you guys, and how did you end up here? You don't look like you're native to the astral plane.
This is true. My name's Vincent. These are my friends, my allies, the Dreamcatchers.
The Dreamcatchers, huh?
Well met, Dreamcatchers.
Well, it's nice to meet you guys. I'm Greeble Tinkerscale, holder of cyberspace and a former member of the Solar Seekers.
Zagon will go, the titles can wait, boss, but I do appreciate the gumption and the bravado. Keep that up, buddy. As for you guys,
Nice.
Yeah, that's fair. How strong are you? You capable of producing a lot of energy?
And he's just gonna sigh. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty fucking tapped. But I've got one good bear sting me.
Eden will go, well, this isn't very good. We should start to get this... Hold on, I have an idea. Barbatos, Zagon, Army, we're going to be indisposed for a moment. Greeble, Dreamcatchers, I'm going to put the rest in your hands. As the four of them, almost as if in sync, are going to fly off in the four cardinal directions, directly perpendicular from one another. And kind of at the edge of this grassy terrain surrounding you guys, you see about like 100 feet in any direction, it just drops off into void, into this swirling mass of black ink speckled with stars and silver threads and green digital matter. As you watch Dreamcatchers as they emit these three, with Barbatos and Zagon having similar colors, these three different colored kind of burgeoning energies within their chests, and all at the same time project that power forward, creating four interlinked, I'll say, barriers that kind of are funneling. And you see above you, there is still that veil, that collapsing reality. But to the sides, this massive, almost technicolor, rainbow-colored barrier. As Eden goes, any energy should now not spill out to the sides. It'll only go directly upwards and push whatever that is back.
Good work, guys.
As
Hold it
Zagon
as long as
goes,
you
now
can.
I know you guys said you were pretty tapped, but surely you wouldn't just happen to have something in your back pockets that would give you a little boost, would you?
What do you
Ugh,
mean?
we wouldn't.
Like a spell?
What exactly would help you right now, if we were to have it?
Eden is going to go, anything to give you more power.
Do they have those like energy drinks all in their pockets? The ones that give you basically a full rest?
No.
That would be cool, but no,
What?
they do
Those exist?
We-
Those
we
exist,
did-
Char?
Those are
Oh,
real.
Crash?
Oh,
Crash
I
or
mean-
whatever?
Yeah, we need to look. No,
not.
we need to
There's
look
a
for that.
higher version of that. The crash just removes one level of exhaustion for an hour. But I will say,
I have
Vincent,
some
you
to
do have
crash.
something.
Crystals,
Vin-
is it?
Vincent's gonna look around at everyone, kind of thinking about this, and he's gonna pull out his gift arrow.
Immediately upon doing so, Eris, the moth dragon, is going to go, "Oh, thank goodness. I was going to suggest that I could possibly awaken you, but I am unable to do so anymore. But that, if that is what I think it is, well, I know it is. That should work." It's called it is.
Hell
What-
yeah.
What do I do with it, though? How can I make this of use?
You, Eris says, must pierce yourself. It is not a pleasant process, but it will awaken your power if it correlates to you properly. However, I'm not sure if that will be enough. Just one person awakening. It's an extremely powerful process. Maybe if it were... Well,
I'm just gonna look at Vincent.
He's gonna nod at her with a knowing glance.
I will reach into my holster and grab the second arrow.
At this point, Zagan is going to say, "Well, you wouldn't happen to have, what, 7 more of those? Get everybody in on the fun."
You're right. Ziggy, come here.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm already there, Captain,
Oh
my
my
captain.
god. No
What is
way.
happening?
Are you sure?
I don't know if
Oh,
that's
Are you
God.
sure about this?
Yeah, like he's still
I'm
unstable.
so glad that you thought of this idea without me having to say it, because
Jordan,
I already thought about it. Yes.
Jordan, check DMs real quick.
Of course. 1 second.
Oh, Desna.
Hear the
Are we
typing.
sure
Oh,
amnesiac,
Desna.
crazy, insane Ziggy is the one we
I am,
want to do this to?
Ziggy,
with me.
I'm
I,
gonna.
I don't know.
I am going to lean in,
Leaning.
and you're gonna feel Nisa's tiny arms kind of reach around you and pull you in, and just say, "I've missed you a lot. Now go get him." And I'm just gonna shove that arrow into your spine.
Oh God.
Holy
Oh
I will
my God.
say, before Nisa, before you do this, Eris is going to go, "Wait! I apologize, Vincent. But we are going to do something experimental.
What the hell?
Okay.
Does anyone here have skill with archery?"
I'm trained in every weapon.
I
I
can
can
shoot a
catapult
gun.
things really hard.
Yeah, I was like, I can shoot a gun.
That works.
So
I don't have a bow and arrow though.
Actually, Jordan, check the DMs real
As
quick.
at this point, Army is going to go to you, Greeble. "I like the way you think, Private."
I just
what's
named
the
you
plan
something,
here? Why
Jordan.
do we need to launch something?
Oh hell yeah.
I think I already know what's happening here, but
I think I do as well.
Everybody
Is this
line
even
up.
possible?
Forrest, I will say yes,
I don't know what's happening
Oh,
right now.
but you can do it, or you can do it in Greeble's hands.
We're
Up to
becoming
you.
the Mighty Morphing Power Rangers.
I will take the arrow
I
do I do?
am
and
stoked.
Manamune and Infinity and kind of almost clacking them together like how I've been reshaping my weapon before. You will watch as I kind of clack them together, and you will see this very large hand cannon crossbow with this golden arrow on it and this very straight, almost like executioner sword bayonet on the front.
Oh God.
Straight line, I think, and I'll toss it to you, Greeble, and kind of line up behind Vincent. You first, of course. I'm gonna close my eyes and kind of like peek behind Vincent, like hands against his back, like bracing myself.
Aim for the heart.
Dreamcatchers. As Nisa and Ziggy line up behind Vincent, do all of you.
Ozzy's gonna look
I'll fall into
to.
line.
I'm gonna look to Vincent. Is this? Do you trust this? Hello?
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys.
You okay?
No, I gotta take my girl to the emergency room.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Please,
Oh God.
please enjoy yourselves. I gotta go. I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
It's
No,
okay.
you're good. You're
Just
good.
hoping for the best.
Hope
Thank
everything's
you,
okay.
thank you.
Oh my god.
Keep us updated if that you can.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What's happening? What happened to Vincent's girl?
We don't know.
I mean-
no.
We'll figure out
She's gotta
later.
go.
I can't even. I just called him Vincent.
Well, I was just gonna assume that was a. Yeah, that's a good idea, and just get him on.
Yeah. Okay. If you guys are good to keep playing.
Yeah,
And
I guess.
I honestly, I don't know if that feels right though, because it's such a big moment for their characters, especially. That
Right.
feels kind of. I don't feel good playing
Ew.
without them present, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I get it.
That's fair.
I would be open to playing tomorrow night, even. Like, I will move things around on my schedule and play tomorrow night, if that's feasible for everyone else. Because I know I'm usually the outlier on this shit.
If everybody can play tomorrow, I can free my schedule up for sure.
I should be able to
If
play
everyone
tomorrow.
agrees to it, I could also just not play Pathfinder and play D&D instead.
Okay.
All right.
I can. Colin, I know
Yeah.
this is a lot to ask.
Well, I guess Jordan, you're the DM, so I would say
Jordan,
you got
whatever
final
you
say.
want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
It depends
I'm
on how
fine either way.
integral you
Jimmy?
feel.
Yeah.
I do agree that I want everyone to be able to be here and enjoy this. And also, yeah. But I just if everyone can play tomorrow night, that would be really great.
Yeah,
I
have
absolutely
literally nothing
will
going on.
be able to
Yeah.
play tomorrow. Yes.
I
I've
should be
already.
able to
Yeah,
swing
I'm about to
that.
text someone and rearrange shit for tomorrow and be like, we're hanging out Tuesday instead of tomorrow. That way they're aware.
Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, no worries.
No
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause,
'cause
like,
I just.
this feels like
Yeah.
a very...
It
This
feels
isn't
like
Yeah, no.
it'll
arc.
shift the
This is
story a little bit.
Yeah.
It definitely, trust me, it will.
This is
I'm
a
trusting.
Yeah.
Vincent Nisa arc. We can't really
is-
have one of the main people gone.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I kind of didn't want anybody to be out for this session.
Right.
Yeah.
So if everyone can make it tomorrow, then I'm really glad. I just know
Alright.
that Parker works on days that he works late. So I will
Dude,
need to
Parker
touch
I
base
can
with
stay
him
up
about
late
that.
Tomorrow.
But I'm definitely going to wait a bit instead of texting him right now because he definitely has bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he sounded way stressed just a moment ago. So
I
Yes.
don't have anything happening tomorrow besides Pathfinder, so no matter what time we want to play, I'll be down.
Okay.
yeah, and
Well, in that
yeah,
case,
it
if-
could literally start
earlier
playing
works
at like
out,
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
off.
I get
sorry,
off at
I'm back.
4:30.
I can absolutely do tomorrow.
Awesome.
Cool.
I'm free at
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I get
really
off
appreciate
at
it,
4:30.
guys. Thank you.
So
I don't get off
problem.
till like. Well, I won't be free till like 7, but I'll be off at like.
That's
6
okay.
or
We've
7
already
works for me
covered
as well.
some bases today. Tomorrow will kind of just be the climax of it.
The meat.
This was a
Yeah.
The meat-
teaser.
The meat taters.
This was a
Yeah.
teaser.
Teaser.
A little
a little
trailer.
We got some
fluffer.
lore today.
Well, in that case,
Oh.
you guys at least have 24 hours to process what just happened.
I
We
have
level up.
Okay.
Oh.
I have so many questions right now.
Ooh, Jordan,
Are
can I
you,
So
level
what
like-
up?
I'm
Can I
hearing
level up?
is I'm about to start getting some cool ass powers, and I need to start thinking of what my stand looks like. Got it.
So I will
Oh
say,
my god, we're getting
Is that what's
stands.
happening?
I
for the
don't
That's what I
purposes
know.
know.
of what is,
Excited!
if I may, for the purposes of what is about to happen, because assuming that everyone is on board with getting pierced by the arrow in one go, I want all of you to long rest, because this is going to rejuvenate your powers and put you back at full
Yes!
potential for what is about to happen.
Okay.
Question: in this
Oh.
universe, can you
Consider me
see
long
other
rested.
people's stands if you don't have one?
Yes.
And
Damn it, because I think
Well,
it'd be
that is
really
something
funny
different.
if I hit you all with an arrow and then you all start having these crazy powers. I'm like, I don't know what's
And
happening.
he's
They're
like,
just
what's
standing
going
there.
on? Yeah.
Are you
Crying
just
stand.
joining us for like this session, or are you like gonna be a reoccurring?
He's
you
joining us
in
for
it?
just this session.
Nah. Okay, that's fine. I'm also okay with that.
He's playing
How-
a guest star character. Okay, he
I don't-
can't be
cannot
in.
lie.
He is
Peak.
playing a level 17 character.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Boo.
Yes,
Boo.
this is a
Haven't we
end-
played
end of
with
campaign
you
Jordan
before?
character.
Don't I?
Yeah, this is
I
a
know
campaign
you.
1 character guest starring in campaign 2 technically.
So
I'm
I
don't
know
if
you, don't
Static,
I?
By the way.
You do know me. I'm pretty sure I follow you on Twitch, but I've popped in here a couple times just to listen in on
Twitch.
your campaign. Or not,
Yeah,
not
Colin
you,
has
somebody in
joined
your
us before
Twitch
to
games.
listen in on some games, and he's also played video games with us before.
Wait,
'cause
did we
I've
play
invited him
Lethal
to
Because
others.
like I
Was that it?
Yes.
had to because I recognize your username, but I was like,
Okay, yeah. That might have been
Colin
us
played
playing
Lethal Company with us. Yeah.
We
This is
could upgrade that and play Peak or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
I mean,
play Peak
it's
or
8 p.m. Central. We will postpone the rest of the session until tomorrow night. So everyone